Bitcoin, we start with 1 hour chart. That's a quick update. First of all, if you refer to my last analysis, since the price was within this correction, I mentioned I'm looking for one move up, and we mentioned how we can look for trade. This is what we get. Anyway, we didn't get any trade setup because we were expecting to get one more drop before we get the next. That's why I mentioned if we get one move up, mostly we can expect to get the divergence. If you look at the indicators, we put this stop in relative to the previous one, both of the indicators showing us a divergence. That's why I mentioned, all right, even here, that's why I mentioned I'm expecting to get one move up, one trade, a small trade. Then from there, we are expecting the price to drop. And this is what we get. Any reason, either the news or not, this is what we have been looking for. But whether we get the trade set up to look for sell or not, the only way is to put our entry below this. There was no, I mean, we didn't have really good trade set up to look for sell. But the only thing is the price didn't retest the previous low. Okay, that means we want to see how we can look at the chart at this point. In this case, we move to daily chart. And based on daily chart, as we mentioned, we can expect this one turn to a correction similar to what we have here. We have been looking for this one for one more drop before we get the reversal. We mentioned this is as a second possibility or second option. And at this times, we get one more drop based on lower time frame, but the price couldn't retest the previous low because we mentioned if you get one more drop, easily the price can drop to 38300, 3.8K almost. All right. But at this times that we didn't get as what we expected, as I explained, based on lower time frame. But if I move to lower time frame, that means we can expect the price to consolidate here for longer time. Technically, when we got this kind of the sharp move following wave correction, we can expect to get one more drop. Since the price haven't retested the previous low, we cannot refer to the indicators. All right, technically the best thing is if the price could retest the previous low, then any reversal from there, we could look for the long-term buy. But right now, what I want to see, what I want to explain is still we can expect the price consolidate here for longer time. That means still we can expect this one turn to deep correction before we get the next drop. If we were looking for price to retest the previous low, that means still we can expect the price drop to somewhere around 38K. All right, that's why if we want to look for buy, we need to be quite careful, and we can expect this one turn to more complex correction. That means we don't have a really good clear picture at this time. All right, and if we move to 1 hour chart, we can look for this one for one move up as a short-term buy, but we should know any buy from here is a short-term. All right, the possibility of this one reverse and break the 45K without giving us one more drop is very less. All right, that's why for me, I'm waiting to see how this correction can form before I take the next trade. That's the only reason is the price haven't retested almost a year to the previous low. All right, but we didn't see the confirmation. Then any trade from here I consider as a short-term trade. All right, anyway, we don't see a really good trade setup. And even if you refer to my last analysis, I mentioned for those traders, they get the trade from here. They bought either at least move their stop loss to break even or take out the trade in the profit. The reason is we were expecting to get one more drop as what we as what we get right now. As what we see here at this time. Anyway, we just follow the chart. We don't see really good trade setup. Any trade at this time is a short-term trade, and still we can expect to get one more drop in the bigger picture, as I explained based on daily chart. Sorry, based on forward chart, maybe the price drop to 38K, all right? Because we don't see the confirmation for the breakout of this correction relative to this. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.